What's up, guys? It's that time of the year, and one of probably my favorite way to catch fish any time of the year, but right now is when it's really starting. That's flipping and pitching heavy cover, heavy vegetation. Man, you can catch some incredibly big fish doing this and have some great days on the water. Now the area lakes and rivers are starting to, a lot of the grass is starting to come up, a lot of the vegetation starting to mat, and that's what I go looking for this time of the year. And I want to share my setup that I use for flipping and pitching in heavy vegetation and in heavy cover, because your equipment is so important when it comes to flipping and pitching in this heavy cover, because you have got to get those fish out of there, or your hookup ratio will really go down. So I want to share my setups along with some products that I've become I've come to like here in the past year or so that I'm going to share with you guys. But first of all, your rod is so important when it comes to flipping and pitching heavy cover. You have to have something with a lot of backbone, man, almost like a broomstick to really get them out of there, because getting the fish out of the heavy cover is just as important as anything else. I mean, you have to get them out of it, because in that heavy cover they have all the leverage. So the rod setup, first off, there's two rods by St. Croix that are specifically made for this. Well, in my mind, there are two particular ones that really give me the advantage on the water. One is the Legend Tournament by St. Croix. This is a 7.4 heavy action fast tip. Some extremely high quality components made in this rod, along with the high end, the K-Series Fuji tips, along with the Fuji reel seat on this thing. Man, it's just incredible. It's like a dream in your hand. And I have it on this. I have it on 50-pound braid. This is actually a new one, guys, that I just started using that's becoming really popular. Is that Sunline X Plasma. No affiliation with them. Some guys on tour that are really speaking highly of this stuff. Man, this is 50-pound right here, 50 to 60 pounds, which you want in this situation. But that paired with a reel that has some really good drag. This is a 13 Fishing Concept C right here. Has a really good drag system on it. Anyway, you need something 7.4 better, heavy action to really get them out of that grass, and this Legend Tournament is definitely a really good one. And then the other one is the Avid X by St. Croix. This one may be one of my more favorite ones. It's extremely light, guys, very compact, reel seat on it. And the eyes are incredible. This thing, again, is an absolute dream in my hand, and is quickly becoming one of my favorites. But the Avid X by St. Croix, and again, 7.4 heavy action fast tip. I've got it paired with, again, 50-pound braid. Big time drag, big time line, big time rod is what you absolutely have to have in order to be successful out there. And a couple of baits. The first one I showed you that was on the Legend Tournament. I'm a big jig guy, especially in grass. This right here is a Dirty Jigs, I believe. It's called a No Jack. It's a grass punching jig is what this is made for. Got a super big 5/0 Gamakatsu hook on it. Really strong weed guard to help it fall through the grass. Its triangular shaped head gets through the grass really good, and I always pair it, of course, with a D-bomb. This is one of my favorite colors right here, guys. It's got some like deep brown and some green pumpkin in it, and I love to pair this thing with an El Diablo by Missile Baits. Man, it mimics crayfish and or a bluegill. One of my favorite go-tos right there. And then, of course, your flipping and punching stick, a black neon, black with red flake, and a D-bomb is really hard to beat. Big Gamakatsu hook on it, big weight, peg line. So these are the things that you need to make sure that you have. Make sure you understand that the equipment is so important for getting them fish out of that heavy vegetation. When you feel a bite, guys, you got to lean on them and lean on them quick, because the last thing you want to do is to flip in there, the fish eats it, and you wait 2 or 3 seconds to set the hook, and it's ran you through 10 yards of grass, and then you'll just never get them out of it. So equipment is so important. The two rods probably being the most important. The Legend Tournament by St. Croix, also the Avid X by St. Croix. If you haven't put these flipping sticks in your hand, you need to. I can promise you, you're gonna put more fish in your boat flipping heavy cover with these setups. Thanks, guys.